Hi everyone. Today we are going to be discussing about private placements made by companies. The Companies Act 2013 discusses about private placement under section 42. Along with this, we have to also refer to rule 14 of the Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Securities Rules 2014 to know the complete provisions relating to private placement. What is the meaning of private placement? Private placement simply means any offer or invitation that a company is making to a selected group of identified persons to subscribe or purchase the shares of or securities of this company. So, for making private placement, a company has to issue a private placement offer application letter, and it has to satisfy all the provisions of the rules as well as the act. So, what is the primary difference between a public offer and a private placement? The main difference is that in case of public offer, the company is making the offer to purchase their shares to all the general public, whereas in case of private placement, the offer is made only to a group of identified persons who shall be identified by the board of directors of the company. So now that we understood the meaning of private placement, let us move on to the next discussion regarding what is the approval that a company requires for making private placement. So in case a company is making private placement of shares or any other securities, a company has to pass a special resolution for each of the offers. But the Companies Act also provides a lenient approach in case of private placement of non-convertible debentures. So in case the private placement of non-convertible debentures is of an amount which does not exceed the limit as per section 180 subsection 1 clause C, the company only requires a board resolution. However, in case the private placement of non-convertible debentures exceeds the limit of section 180 subsection 1 clause C, the company has to go for a special resolution. However, in case of such private placement offer, only a single special resolution is required for all the private placement offers made during a year. Now, what is the limit that is given under section 180 subsection 1 clause C? So as per section 181C, the money to be borrowed, that is the new issue of non-convertible debentures, along with the amount already borrowed, will not exceed the aggregate of paid up share capital, pre-reserves or securities premium. So if this amount is not exceeded, a board resolution shall suffice. But in case the amount is exceeding this limit, a special resolution is required for once in a year. So that is regarding the approval that a company needs for making a private placement of securities. Coming to what is the maximum offer size. So we already discussed that in case of private placement, the board of directors of the company will first identify a group of persons. The Companies Act 2013 limits the maximum number of persons to whom a company can make a private placement offer. So as per the Act, that means our Companies Act 2013, the amount or number of persons is not exceeding 50 or such higher number of persons as may be prescribed in a financial year. But the Companies Rules 2014 has increased this limit to a maximum of 200 persons in a financial year. So as of now, a company can make an offer of private placement to maximum 200 persons in a financial year. But this 200 shall be excluding qualified institutional buyers and employees who are offered securities under employee stock option plan. So now we understood the maximum offer size. However, one important point to be noted is that this 200 persons limit is for each kind of security individually. That means a company can issue private placement offer to up to 200 persons in case of equity shares, another 200 persons in case of preference shares, and so on. So this restriction should be reckoned individually for each kind of security. Now, in case a company makes a private placement offer to more than the limit prescribed, that is to more than 200 persons, the consequence is that this offer shall be treated as a public offer, and all the provisions given under Part 1 of this chapter shall be applicable to such an offer. So now we understood the maximum offer size. Let us move on to the record of private placement. So company has to maintain a record or register of private placement, and this shall contain the names, addresses and other particulars of the selected or identified persons. This record of private placement shall be in the form PAS 5 as prescribed in the rules. So this is for the company to maintain a record of the persons to whom the private placement offer is made. Coming to the private placement offer letter, we already know that a company has to issue a private placement offer cum application letter to the selected persons to give them this offer of purchasing shares. This private placement offer letter shall be in the form PAS 4, and the company should specifically address this letter to the identified persons, and the company can send them in either writing or in electronic mode. But the important point is that the company should send this offer letter within 30 days of recording the name of such person as per the above point. So once we record the person's names in the form PAS 5, within 30 days of such recording, we have to send them the private placement offer letter in the form PAS 4. Once a company has sent this private placement offer letter, now it is the decision of the selected persons whether to accept the offer or to reject the offer. A private placement offer shall not contain an option of renunciation. So either we can accept the offer or we can reject the offer. So any identified person who is willing to subscribe for this private placement should apply to the company in a private placement application letter that has been issued to them. Along with this, they have to pay the subscription amount or the application amount. One important point regarding the subscription amount of private placement is that the subscription money can be paid by the applicants to the company by check, by demand draft, or by any banking channel, but not by cash. So a company cannot accept private placement application amount by cash. That is specifically prohibited by the Companies Act. So once the company has received the applications along with the application money, it is the responsibility of the company to allot the securities to the persons who have applied. So once the company has received the application money, it has to allot the securities within 60 days. In case of any reason, the company is not able to allot the securities within 60 days, it should repay the application money to the applicants within 15 days. If the company fails to repay the amount also within 15 days, the company will be liable to repay the amount with 12% interest per annum from the expiry of the 60th day. So that is regarding allotment of securities under private placement. The last point that we have to discuss regarding private placement is how a company should file a return of allotment. Return of allotment or return of any document means the company is giving intimation to either the registrar or the Securities and Exchange Board of India or any other regulatory authority regarding any of their activities. So in this case, it is a return of allotment of private placement. A company has to make a return of allotment to the registrar of companies within 15 days of allotment, and this return of allotment shall be in the form PAS 3. And along with this return of allotment, the company has to file a complete list of all allottees with relevant information. So that means once allotment is made, Within 15 days, company has to file return of allotment in the form PAS 3 to the registrar of companies, giving them complete information of this private placement done by the company.